All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Moonward Games.
Here we
You're
are.
joined by myself, Pia from Moonward, and George from
Hello,
Moonward.
hello.
We've literally just spun up this new game, and yeah, we're going to take you on a little bit of a journey with us through Minecraft.
Cool. Should we... Wow, what is this
I've
one
already
grass
broken
block
my
doing?
legs.
Look at this thing.
I know. Against all odds. Oh my
Somehow
God.
made it. Yeah, we're not
Okay.
getting up there, but that's okay. It's nice to look at.
Where should we go? Should we just float about for a bit?
Yeah, I kind of like the boat we did last time. So maybe I'll grab some wood and we can just go for a boat.
Exactly. Like we've got nothing to lose right now. We've got literally nothing in our
Yes,
inventory.
and we're very used to losing things. So
Exactly. Let's just come and smash a couple of blocks. But anyway, the purpose of this Moonward Games series that George and I are putting on is we're going to be answering a couple of questions that people ask us through our LinkedIn and Instagram about software and design and development, and any questions about, getting your app idea up and running.
yeah, exactly. That's the kind of stuff we do every day, and it's I guess a world that not a lot of people are super involved in. So it's nice to be able to. Where'd you go? It's nice to be able to shed some light on some of these things, I guess,
Absolutely.
especially
And I think
because
like
it
for
relates to like a lot of businesses trying to get into tech, into software for their businesses. So it's super valuable for a lot of people.
100%. And this is the way of the world now. Everything's going tech. And I guess like in terms of who we are and like why it would be worthwhile you guys submitting any questions to us. Oh my God, he's already made the boat.
You want to get in the boat?
No. I'm not even at the boat, I'm
Yes,
just
please get in
standing.
the boat. All right, I'm just gonna go, and we'll see where we end up.
Hopefully we find like another mushroom biome and we can just kill all of the cows
Yeah,
for
you
the
can find some
leather.
very interesting stuff when you just do this. But also we're likely to get stranded and die, but that's a bit of fun in itself, isn't it?
Exactly. Well, we had nothing there for us anyway. We're on
Yes.
to new horizons.
Yes, exactly.
So anyway, I think that it would be good for us to talk about, who you are, George, and what you do here at Moonwood.
Very true, very true. So I'm my job title I guess is full stack developer. So I sort of handle a lot of things, mostly on the front end side, but a lot in our sort of back end architecture as well, and cloud architecture, because that's becoming increasingly important nowadays. Do you want me to touch on like sort of what those are, or is that assumed knowledge? Yeah.
Let's dive into it a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess like a quick breakdown. Front end is what the user sees. It's sort of like what you would expect from a developer. It's the person making like a website or a mobile app. It's doing buttons, it's doing screens, it's doing pop-ups, widgets, all this kind of stuff. Um, so that's what I mostly spend my time doing. But other activities are like backend is your server. You'll hear the buzzword server like all the time. It's the code that actually like does a lot of the heavy lifting for us. So it links up to our database, which is where all the data for an app is stored, and like lets you actually do the useful things you want to do on an app, like log in, create an account, maybe make items, post items, whatever your app needs to do, in terms of storing data and stuff like that. Wow, is that a dolphin? I've never seen that.
Where?
Did you see
Oh
that?
my God.
It's
No, I
just below
missed
us.
it.
It's just below us.
Oh, oh my God.
Wow. He like
Wow, this
jumped.
game is really...
I didn't know there were
What the hell?
dolphins. Um,
I didn't know there was like a most of these things in this game, honestly.
I'm gonna swim away from it, see if it jumps again. It did like a little jump. It's kind of cool. Um, yeah, so the back end is super important, and it's a lot of people don't know what's really going on there past the word server. So it's nice to shed some light on that. And then the last big one, I guess, is cloud, which is becoming very, very, very big and is a huge buzzword as well. But it's essentially taking a lot of online services and abstracting them to the cloud. So you're not storing your data like on someone's particular machine and having to deal with that. And it lets you do so many things that are probably like I could go for hours on what we can do with cloud and what we do with cloud. But yeah, it's super, super important.
100%. And I think like to touch on like what I do at
Hmm.
Moonward as well. Is that iron?
Yes, yes, it is. I mean,
Go.
do we want to, or we can keep going?
Oh, let's keep going then. I mean, there's many iron to be.
Yeah, yeah. Look, we can get iron whenever. Let's explore for a little bit.
Absolutely. Yeah, so I think to touch on like what I do at Moonward, so I'm in charge of like all of the operations here on the business side. So basically Andrew and I started Moonward like 5 years ago. And we were actually called Connect Apps back then. And we started as a single app on the App Store, which was like a directory sort of app for marketing. And businesses could go on there and pay to have like a bit of advertising space, which was really, really cool. And we did see like quite a bit of success from that. But what we realized is that it had a lot of conversations, or we started a lot of conversations with a lot of businesses who wanted their own apps. And that's kind of where the opportunity started. Also, George, I think if there was a village back there, or do you
Was
want to
there?
just keep going through this like wild cavern? Like I've never seen anything like this in Minecraft.
Whereabouts? This way?
Back to your right. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Am I
I
blind?
honestly saw like a little house, and I was like, oh my God, look up there on the top of the mountain.
Oh yeah, true, true. All right, let's go. Let's go check that out. Wow, good eyes. I did not see this.
Yeah, I was like shook. I was like, George, George, George. It is in the other direction. But this is like honestly an amazing like little place. How do I
Let's
exit
have a
this
look.
boat again? Oh yeah, shift.
Keep that boat. It's gonna be important later. Yeah.
Climbing this mountain.
Yeah, so I think you were saying like you started like as a
Yeah.
marketing directory app kind of thing.
Yeah, so it was really, really great because it started a lot of conversations for us with like other businesses that wanted their own app, and it was a really cool but daunting opportunity for us, and we decided that we would give it a go. So Andrew started by building the app, so like as the developer, and I started as the designer, and we just kind of grew like from there basically. And
It's
we
quite cool
started
how we still
hiring.
have that like original design into development architecture like that we carry through today as well.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I think that was something that we really valued, and we kind of decided to kick on as that sort of design and having really beautiful designs and stuff like that. And I know that for a lot of companies, it's like not possible to have such beautiful designs. Also, I'm trying like frustratingly trying to kill this pig. Like, give me your bacon.
He's evading. He's evading you. There's lots of animals here actually. We could just
I like
steal this and make it our own.
I know. We could. We could.
Poor villagers have it rough. We do just kind of like take all their stuff and leave.
I know. I
Wow,
like
little baby.
literally just.
Also, it's nighttime and we did not account for this.
Okay.
Thankfully, we've
Should
ended up in
we?
like a nice place,
I
so we're
know.
probably going to be safe. But
I just like destroyed one of the beds. Maybe I'll go put it back.
I mean, yeah, if we can find two beds, we can just skip night. Actually,
Is there only two? Oh no, there's one more house up here.
so you have a bed.
Yeah, I'll go. Let me go up here.
Oh, there's one here. I'll just kick this villager out.
Get out. This is our place now.
Yes, get out. Kind of weird. I just walked into this guy's house. He's asleep in his bed. I kick him out and just start sleeping in it. Now he's just standing on
I
me.
feel like I don't think I've ever seen a villager like asleep. There we go. Lovely.
It's just
Well, what
that
should we
easy.
do? Should we continue looking around or like, oh, wow, I just fell like a mile. Or should we just rob these people?
I kind of already took their hay. I don't know what else is going to be super valuable.
I'm going to. I definitely need some food.
Yeah, that's right. I got that covered.
There's so many pigs here. I feel like I should just. I know that I've got like no weaponry or anything. I'm just like hitting them with a bed and just hoping that they drop your delicious bacon for me.
It's alright. I have plenty of food for you.
Oh, really? Thank
Yeah,
God.
I just stole all their wheat.
Excellent. Oh.
Excellent. All right, where to? Should we keep looking?
I think we keep looking.
I feel like you can do this for hours, right? You can just look around, try and find a cool place forever.
You still have your boat?
I do still have my trusty boat. I don't know if this thing's gonna break. The last time we did this, it just broke on us, and that was the end of us.
I think that the last time it broke though was because we were encountering that water zombie.
Yeah.
And it just like destroyed our boat and just left us to die.
Yeah, it was a real tough time. Honestly, pretty traumatic. Hey, look, there's a mushroom biome.
Oh,
Not the one we're used to though.
Yeah, so anyway, we had our massive growth curve, and we hired a couple of team members, and George was actually, one of the first developers that we had on our team. So I'm sure that you can a testament to the growth that Moonward has gone through and the different clients that we've been working with recently.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the difference in everything. Like you can see it in probably most notably our office space is and our team size is like the easiest. I've just run us into a dead end. How do I get out? That's like easily the most noticeable stuff. But what comes with all this growth, which is like super exciting for us, is the sort of clients we attract and get the opportunity to work with, and that's been like very, very exciting.
Yeah, for sure. I think that and it also exposes us to a lot of new technology and stuff like that. And I think even, George, when you started with us, we were kind of using the same like fundamental frameworks. Well, it could be good to like touch on, what is a framework? What is like a development framework?
Yeah, so I guess I feel like this is just going to be debunking buzzwords, right? That's that's like the theme we're going with at the moment. So to not get like super technical, are we locked in? Where are we? I can't get out.
I have no idea where we are. It's just like
Maybe we need to just jump ship and yes, I think we need to jump ship real quick. So a framework, I guess, as opposed to a language, I'd say a lot of people would probably know like what a language is for in a programming sense. I hope people know what a language is in a language sense. A framework is usually built on a language for a specific purpose. So, for example, we use React, very popular JavaScript web. Look, there's the dolphin again.
oh, there it is. Oh my God. It's beautiful.
Yeah, so we use React and React Native, along with a few other frameworks, but I guess those are our main two. And the purpose of React is to build websites. It's an extension, I guess, to JavaScript is how you look at it. Super popular, like lots of people use it. There's lots of support for React, constantly adding new features. And yeah, it lets us do a lot of crazy things that base JavaScript wouldn't allow for. So that's like the main reason to use React, I guess. And it's the main reason to use any framework or any library. They all do these things. That it's code written by other developers for your use to make like your development journey faster, easier, sort of thing. It's, I guess, like an analogy I like to use for it a lot is like if Thomas Edison or Nikola Tesla, I can't remember which one actually did it, invented the light bulb, why would I need to go invent the light bulb to then use the light bulb? You know what I mean? It's like someone else has already
Yeah.
put in the work. If I want to like extend and make the best thing possible, I'm going to use what they've done, kind of thing.
Mm. Yeah, and I feel like the people who build, you know, frameworks, I don't know if it's the right language, but they would
Mm.
build that would be super intelligent. Like I'm thinking about, Ruby on Rails and like all of those sorts of things as well.
Yeah, there's some really interesting ones. Well, there's always interesting new ones coming out with web technology. With mobile, it's a little different because the space is very governed by Apple and Google because you have to go through them to get on their respective stores, kind of thing.
Mm.
So they're pretty like set in stone. Swift, Kotlin, as a language, or React Native, which converts into both of those. But web is like constantly evolving. There's new frameworks coming out all the time, and something we could look to explore in the future, I think, because there's some really interesting stuff happening in web.
Mm. And I know that like when we started Connect then on its journey, we were working with a lot of frameworks such as like Ionic, which is like pretty sure it's like an Apple framework and stuff like that, and it's like pretty much redundant
Yeah,
now. It's like gone into a legacy framework. So I think that that really is like a testament to like the growth of technology. Like I definitely hear a lot of stats around technology and like how rapidly it's growing basically, which is like it makes it a very exciting space, but it's also a lot to think about.
yeah. I think one of those like classic stats that you always hear about is like storage size, right? Like 10 years ago, a gigabyte was godly. How did we ever expect to get 2 gigabytes? You know what I mean? But
Mm.
nowadays we're talking petabytes instead, and it's just like a completely different space. It's like it's a very easy way for anyone to see like how rapidly technology is evolving, I guess.
Mm. Yeah, definitely. And I think that it also makes like, the tech industry very interesting from a developer's perspective as well, because it means that you need to, I wouldn't say keep up with all the technologies as well, because like definitely as a business we there's not like a new release and we just jump on it every single time.
Mm.
But we do enjoy like, looking at new things and, kind of seeing how we could integrate those into our business to like make things a little bit easier for the developers or give the clients a better experience and stuff like that as well.
Oh yeah, look at that dolphin. Yeah, exactly. It's usually not a small thing to pick up a new piece of tech, especially in a business sense. For us to just like play around and use and like try something new, not really a problem. But to put it into like an existing architecture or build a new architecture around it for an actual software product is like something we wouldn't take lightly. So it's really
Mm.
great to have these like available, but yeah, they definitely need to be like thoroughly tested if we wanted to, and like the advantages need to be there to make it worth it for us to try out all this new stuff like on an actual product.
Yeah, for sure. And also, these dolphins are following us.
Are they?
Like, I don't
Oh
know
wow,
what
they
happens if
are.
we stop. They're like, they were following us for like
Yeah,
ages.
I'm pretty sure because dolphins do that. Hey,
Yeah.
wow, they're still following us. Wow.
I wonder if there's sharks. That's like really, I'm never going in the water again here. Core fear.
This is kind of like it was kind of cute, and now it's like I'm not vibing it. Now that I
Yeah.
know about it.
I can just hear them. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, my sound's really low, but I did hear a little squeak.
They're here. Oh my God, I feel like we've just been literally going through like the same
I know,
look
I know. I'm
of like
looking.
biome.
I just want something new. I want something that's not just regular trees.
I know, like, do we need to like go? Oh, here we go.
I wonder if I've just been going
Flat.
around in circles. It's very hard to tell.
I know. Imagine that. We're just like literally circling the same island.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is different. This is unusual.
There's a horse. If we had like a saddle or something, it could be interesting to. Bro, these dolphins
Mm.
need to go away. Oh look, turtles.
What is this? Oh, turtles. Aw.
having like not played this game in like many years, there's always like weird stuff that pops up that I'm just confused. Like, when did they add turtles? What do the turtles do? You know what I mean?
Oh my god, the dolphins are still here. What happens if we like whack them? Do you reckon that they'll like try and kill us?
Nah, I think they'll just leave.
Oh my god, this is like honestly, this is beautiful.
It's
Look
kind
at
of
all these animals.
kind of surreal, isn't it?
Yeah,
We've spent our entire
George.
Minecraft day just being chased by these dolphins.
I know.
So,
George.
yes, what should we do now? It is dark.
What is that over there? See
Oh,
that?
oh,
Like
there's a
straight ahead?
yeah. I think it's a ship.
Hmm.
Oh, I sense danger, but I will press forward regardless.
Oh my god. Okay. Mm-hmm. Is there ever like anything in here like worth? Oh,
Yeah,
there's
there's
chest.
a chest usually. Yeah, I'll let
Okay,
you.
I've got thick loads of carrots and okay, excellent. I hear something. Oh crap.
I see an Enderman.
Are you there? Oh, there you are. Okay. I
Oh, there's
thought
another
you were
chest.
like a zombie or something.
Ooh, iron.
Oh,
There's a way to like take it all. There you go. Okay, I
I
got
have
an
some
emerald
rotten.
and some iron, and I can't get out.
Hmm,
It's very hard to see. I'm not gonna lie.
very worth it.
Where'd you go?
Oh my god. OMG, there's something in the water.
All right, let's swiftly vacate.
Yes. Run.
We should have taken those beds with us.
I took the bed.
Oh, okay. I did not take the bed.
Damn.
um,
Ooh, I have a suspicious stew. I'm gonna throw that out. Mm. I think that a good technology that like, it kind of wasn't worth jumping on from the get-go would be Flutter. I don't know if you know much about Flutter and stuff like that, but I remember when it came out, everyone was like, it's the next best thing. It's amazing. And we actually did like, kind of push forward and develop one app within Flutter.
mm.
And yeah, the framework now is just kind of like completely dropped off the face of the earth.
Yeah. There's definitely with how much like new tech is coming out. There's definitely like trends
Mm,
in the tech world, and like that's cool. I think it's like a super positive thing because like good things come out of trends. I'm sure React was like a big trend at some point. But
mm.
like yeah, you can't follow trends like in your business and expect that to work out. If you're constantly changing, you're gonna master nothing, and you're gonna have nothing that's like super sustainable to an actual product, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that sometimes it's actually beneficial to kind of hurry up and wait as well.
Mm.
And I feel like we definitely learned that when we were investigating Flutter, because I remember that everyone was like, it's faster than React, like it's amazing. Like it's so crisp, it's easier to develop in. I don't know if it was easier to develop in, but
Probably is faster than React. React is not super fast. I will give it that.
mm, but no, it's just interesting because like we basically, put together one small test app within it and nothing much eventuated with that after that.
Yeah, did we ever that would have been before my time, but did we ever try
Mm.
Dart? Because I think those were pretty like around the same time, if I'm not mistaken, like Flutter and Dart.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that. Is that like cross-platform or
Yeah, I think it was.
mm.
I'm not too across
I
it.
think it could also be good to explain like the difference between, a a native product and, a cross-platform product as well.
Mm.
Because we always like, get people asking about us, especially, people who are looking to develop an app for the first time. There's definitely a lot of opinions on both, and it could be good for us to kind of explore a little bit about that.
We're going to die if we stay here, but that's very nice to look at. Oh god.
What is that? Oh
I
my
don't know.
God.
Oh.
Oh my God. It said mining fatigue. Mining fatigue? Has that thing just like put this curse on me?
Yes, I'm very tired now. I do not feel like mining. Um, sorry. Could you
Well, there's nothing to mine.
could you say the question again? That was an ordeal.
I was just saying like the difference between native and cross-platform.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess like we mainly do here at Moonwood we do a lot of web and app products. The great thing about or I guess the thing you have to manage with apps or mobile applications is, like I said before, you have these two kind of giants that are like gatekeepers to the business, right? Because there's two platforms where your app can go: the App Store and the Google Play Store. And so Apple and Google kind of guide you and only allow exactly what they want in to those platforms. And because of that, we have like obviously they're big competitors, and we have this sort of divide. If we want an app that's going to be accessible to as many people and as many different phones as possible, we have to build for both of these platforms. So to do that, like ideally, in a perfect world, you'd write the app twice. You'd write it in both of those platforms' native language. That's why we call these things native. So for iOS, that's Swift, which is built on Objective-C. And for Android, that's Kotlin, which is built on Java. So that's your option if you like want to make it a very customizable, like have complete control over a lot of the like phone features, stuff like if you wanted to use the phone's gyroscope, you want to like really customize the camera and stuff like that, you definitely need like native tech to do that. And that leads into like, well, what do you do if you don't want to make two apps, I guess. There's a lot of technology out and available now that sort of lets you write one code base and transforms it into compiled Kotlin or Swift code, or both, really. So React Native is a good example of that. Super popular in the mobile app development space. It lets you write in JavaScript. It writes a lot like React. So you write in JavaScript and it converts it into Kotlin and Swift code compiled, which lets you push to both stores. You do lose a lot of compatibility or like customizability, I suppose, for like both devices. There's a lot of like little funny workarounds you have to do, and you don't have total control. But it will definitely get you up on both platforms much, much faster. And yeah.
I think like for a new business as well, who's looking to develop for the first time, because we do both at Moonward as well. We do cross-platform and we also do native development as well.
Yeah.
But I know that for a lot of businesses, like, if you're really trying to like prove your concept and, get up on the App Store, you might have a smaller time frame, you might have a restrained budget and all those sorts of things. We do find that React Native is really awesome, and it is, obviously growing a lot as a community, and it's getting a lot more popularity. So sometimes it is like, a feasible way to go, but then obviously sometimes it's also like an impossible way to go, especially when you're trying to do things that are native within the phone, such as, I'm trying to think of like an example of one that we've done recently, but when you're really trying to create a lot more customization within the phone, similar to kind of like that Fault app that we're currently developing in-house as well.
Exactly. Fault is a great example. So if you're not caught up, here's a quick plug, go check out the Fault development series. We're on Twitch, and Andrew's posting a bunch of podcasts on this YouTube channel as well, going over how that's going. But we're building an app which lets us track bugs for our apps. So it's our primary use of it is for our clients to get on and they're able to share feedback and feature requests through that app to us. It's a really nice way of like collecting all that data. The sort of like core idea behind it is that we would use an iOS or Android device's native like share feature. So if you take a photo or a screenshot, you get that sort of like share button that would take you to, you know, your social medias, your messages, all that stuff. And we wanted to be able to plug Fault into that. So that's like a perfect example of a native like feature, right? It's using the phone's like inbuilt technology. It's using the phone's share functionality to actually do something. And there could be a way to do that with React Native, but it would be built in off of someone else's code, or it'd be built on a very like technical native module. I won't go into what a native module is here, but like the like best way to get the customization that we really want out of a feature like that is to go full native. And so that's what we've done with Fault.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I think that's a really good example of, you know, native versus cross-platform. But as we always say, like, you know, it depends on the business and the business's goals. There's a lot of apps that are built in React Native,
Yes.
such as Facebook, which is, you know, obviously a massive product. I don't know, fact check, is that correct, George?
Yes, Facebook is quite a big product. Facebook made React, so that's it has a very serious backing there. So yeah.
Yeah, and I think that there's a couple of other ones that are, you know, really big. I feel like I definitely need to fact check myself here, but I'm thinking, is it Airbnb as well? Might be.
Yeah,
I don't
Airbnb.
know.
I'm pretty sure Airbnb is. They have like a very popular sort of like TypeScript conventions flow, I guess, because I don't know, they popularized it. Some of the stuff they do. I'm not super cool. We have these dolphins following us again. Or just one.
I know.
Just a lone dolphin.
Is this like, have we just like come back to the exact same place?
I don't know. We went
Like,
across like empty ocean for a very long time. I feel like we are either right where we started or we're nowhere near. Could really go either way.
I know.
Is this another ship? Loot. Pillage. I will wait
I'm
here.
scared of this. I'm scared of this dolphin.
That's alright. I don't think a Minecraft dolphin can hurt you. I think that's a pretty safe bet.
What is this? You wouldn't hurt me, would you, Mr. Dolphin? Wow, this ship is like on its side or something.
It's like totally underwater. Make sure you don't drown, because I will not be able to save you. You are drowning.
I am drowning. Oh my god. There's things down here though. Okay, hang on. Let me just eat this. Just recover myself. Okay. There's definitely things down here. I've got a leather tunic with fire protection.
Oh wow.
Look at my drip.
Wow. Look at you.
Okay. What else is down here?
Do we want to jump into some of the questions we have from?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Okay, there's nothing else down here. I'm lying. Oh wait, hang on. Okay, no.
So, a classic question we get from ow. Other button, right click. Just came and smacked.
Help! Hang on. Okay.
There we go. All right. Just walked up to my boat and just like patiently waiting for you to just come up and smack me. It's kind of rude. Yeah. So I guess like a very classic question we get from clients is sort of what is the average like turnaround from their idea to like actually something on the App Store. And you know, I understand why this question comes up all the time, because a lot of our clients won't have like tech expertise. They don't understand like how making a software product like actually works and the process of doing that. And that makes total sense. A lot of people don't know what's going on there. But I guess it does depend pretty heavily on the idea and like what is required functionality wise of it. But there's a great book written by the creators of Basecamp called Getting Real, which talks a lot about, and I would like heavily recommend this book to anyone with a potential app idea. You'll learn a lot about like how to like flesh out your idea and actually turn it into a product in a realistic manner. But yeah, using like some of the things that are talked about in that book, you can really turn anything into a viable product that people can use like pretty quickly. I'd say the average turnaround for a lot of our clients is somewhere in like the 16 to 20 week mark. Usually it's around 16 weeks of development and design work, and then a month of testing or like whatever is required. But yeah, it depends a lot on your idea and how like lean you're willing to go for a first release, because I think that's a really important thing that not a lot of people think about is their releases. That a lot of people think about their launch, but not what happens after.
Yeah, and like a methodology. Okay, also I feel like we're back at the same place.
Yeah, we might be.
Honestly, I've seen that little bee. He's been over there.
Yes, I actually think you're right.
How is this possible?
Well, you know what? We did a big lap. I got an emerald. You got a nice little leather tunic.
Oh no.
We got stalked by some dolphins.
Yeah.
Let's just let's get down to business. I reckon we haven't we could not find an interesting place to start, and it's a nice little biome, but that's all right.
No,
you don't win every time.
Maybe we must must make do with what we've got.
Sometimes you just have to settle.
Oh, I know. No, but one of the methodologies that we have at Moonward is that we really try to get a product live within 6 months. Obviously it depends on people's goals and what they've got in mind. Like sometimes we can turn it around a little bit sooner depending on like if they're able to peel back their scope, or otherwise some people would like a larger scope because they've got a predefined audience, and they would like to obviously go to market with something that they know would appeal to their audience. They know that their audience would use from the get-go. And that's sort of the occasion where we would go past the 6 months. But really, it's all about scope for us as well. It's just like, okay, what features do we really need to go live to the market with, in order to actually test the product and see like, if there is like a taste for this product out here on the market as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably one of the biggest things for me is like user feedback is the best data you're ever going to get. It's like you might think that feature A, B, C, and D are super important and super crucial, and you might be right, but it may turn out that your users are only interested in A and B, and actually they want X, Y, and Z. They think X, Y, and Z are like extremely, extremely needed, and it's really frustrating them that they don't have it. So if we pour a lot of resources into getting C, D, E, whatever sort of features we have planned out without our like user feedback on what people actually want, because at the end of the day, that's what's driving our business, right?
Wow,
this is nice.
100%. Yeah, this is nice.
Look at these horses. Grove. And there's also like a weird little pillar over there. Kind of want to check that out.
What lovely horses. I feel like I definitely need to get a saddle again.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Maybe we need to try and find a cave. Wow, bit of lava. What is going on here?
What is it?
I wish I could tell you. I have no idea.
Wow.
Oh, chest.
Okay, this is spooky.
Wow.
Nice bucket.
We could nearly go to the nether. I think we're a couple of obsidian blocks short. Is that a block of gold? Wow, it is.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't even have a pickaxe.
How long? Okay. I feel like maybe we should make this a bit of a base.
Yeah, it's kind of a vibe. Yeah, it's kind of a vibe around here. I back it.
And I think it's just funny having this in your backyard. Just like this.
Yeah.
Horrific monument.
And there's lots of animals around as well, so we can You can set up
farm,
something. Yeah, yeah. I think
a bit of water.
night is falling though, so let's try and if we're gonna settle, let's try and make something that we can live in and not die and lose this place.
I've got 40. Anyway, we'll just make something very temporary.
Yes,
Where have you gone?
I'm just behind you.
Oh. Anyway, we'll just make something very temporary just for now so that we don't get...
I actually have iron, thanks to whatever we looted, so I can make shears and we can make beds. Or I can make a bed, because you already have one.
Right. I'm like the slowest builder on like Minecraft as well.
Could do with some light, actually. I also got a flint and steel from that chest, so I kind of feel like being an arsonist and just like torching the forest, but I don't know.
I'm just gonna dig out the ground. I can't. I just cannot.
This is
It'd be
very
so much easier.
It's like very, very reminiscent of our first house, of how it all started.
From humble beginnings.
Yeah, exactly.
This is where it all started. But wasn't our first house, remember that one, and it was just like in the side of the mountain?
Oh yeah.
And we were just like,
yeah, true.
This will do.
Okay, I hope that like sort of answers that question. Essentially, I guess like to recap on it, it's very dependent on what your idea is and like how lean you're willing to go, or like to get it out to market. I think the most successful apps have like a very core idea that isn't like super intense and not super like feature heavy, and it can get to market very quickly, and you can figure out what your users actually want and what features they actually need.
Yeah, 100%.
And
I think
that's easier said than done for sure.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's like when you really need to think about your idea and like really need to validate it as well. And it's definitely one of the most like challenging parts, is being like, okay, like I think this is gonna work, but like is there actually a hunger for this as well, which is super interesting. Okay, well, look at us. We're in this, we're in this hole in the ground. We've got doors, so we're not going to die. We have nothing else. We have no light.
Yeah.
We only have the light from our terrifying monument outside, which is awesome. But I think this is a good point to leave it here as well. I feel like we didn't get through a lot of our questions that were asked of us, but I feel like we've set up a good foundation to answer a lot more questions like in the future.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess a plug to that, if you guys have any questions, any burning questions about design, development, apps, websites, whatever you've got, shoot them through. We'll try and answer them as best we can in future episodes.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in.